Good afternoon. Could we please rise and welcome the graduating class of J.M. Robinson High School. Please be seated. Good afternoon, J.M. Robinson. It's a great day to be a Bulldog. To our Board of Education, families, faculty, staff, and most of all, to the powerful, passionate, and proud class of 2025, I want to say how honored I am to stand before you today. Let's start with what you've earned. Congratulations. This moment is more than a ceremony. It's a reflection of your growth, your grit, and your journey. A journey that began long before your first day as a Bulldog. In fact, it started all the way back in elementary school. Some of you might remember those early days when your backpack was almost as big as you were, your handwriting looked more like scribbles, and your greatness and your greatest debate was which color crayon to use. The word kindergarten means children's garden. That idea came from an educator who believed that young learners grow best when given care, protection, and space to flourish. It turns out he was right. And from your first day in that classroom, when your shoes might have lit up and your future seemed far away, you began growing. You grew when you learned to read and write. You grew when you learned to share, take turns, and raise your hand. You grew when you struggled, stumbled, and still find the courage to keep going. You grew when you stood up for someone else, when you took a risk, when you found your voice. And even in those small everyday moments, switching classes, running laps in PE, waiting in the car line, your roots were taking hold. Then came middle school, awkward, loud, and unforgettable, and yet you grew again. And then you arrived here at J.M. Robinson High School with a little more confidence, a little more independence, and a lot more to learn. And you kept growing. Because that's what this day is really about. Not just making it to graduation, but how you made it here. The choices you made, the effort you gave, the challenge you faced and overcame. As we sit here today, many of your loved ones have probably been looking back at those first days of school pictures from years ago. Those moments when you were just starting out, full of excitement and curiosity. And now as they sit here with all of us in celebration of your big moment, they can't help but wonder, where did time go? The long school days have tiptoed by, but the years have been racing past. Each one filled with growth, challenges, and memories that will last a lifetime. One minute you were learning how to tie your shoes, and now you're figuring out where your shoes will take you next. And this isn't just about who you were, it's about who you are. Bulldogs, you are athletes, artists, thinkers, coders, builders, musicians, engineers, leaders, and visionaries. You've made your mark in the classroom, on the field, in the auditorium, and through the quiet moments of kindness that don't always make it into yearbooks, but mean just as much. You've also learned that true growth often happens when no one is watching. It's the late nights you push through, the times you chose patience over frustration, the times you spoke up or chose to listen, the times when you made a mistake and owned it, the times you kept going even when it was hard. That's the kind of growth that doesn't fade. And as you step forward into college, a career, the military, or a dream still unfolding, take this with you. Keep planting. Plant confidence, because the world needs your belief. Plant kindness because the world needs your heart. Plant integrity because the world needs your example. Plant curiosity because the world needs your questions. Plant gratitude because none of us grow alone. Think of your teachers who believed in you before you believed in yourself. The family who supported you on your hardest days. The friends who reminded you to laugh. The counselors, coaches, and mentors who stood by your side. These are your gardeners, and today is their celebration too. Class of 2025, you are the garden we've grown together. You are the result of every seed planted in hope, every storm weathered, and every small victory earned along the way. So go forward, take your roots and plant something new. Pull the weeds of doubt. Chase the light and never stop growing. And when you start to question where you're headed, remember the kindergartner you once were. The one who showed up curious and bold, who believed anything was possible, who wore mismatched socks without a second thought. That version of you who knew what mattered. So go, plant your seeds of kindness, compassion, and courage, and show the world what we've observed over the years. Share your love, and never ever forget to love yourselves. Show people what we know. You are wonderful, unique, and truly special. Congratulations, Bulldogs. We are proud of you. We believe in you, and we can't wait to see what you grow next.
Good afternoon. First off, let us just take a second to look around. Seriously, because this, all of us, right here, this moment is one of those weird snapshots in life where everything pauses just long enough for you to realize how far you have come. Looking back, it's incredible to think about all that we've accomplished. From our first days as wide-eyed freshmen to the moments of laughter and tears we've shared over the years, we've truly grown together. We faced many challenges that tested us, celebrated victories both big and small, and built friendships that will last a lifetime. But perhaps more than anything, we've learned how to navigate through the unknown and how to come out stronger on the other side. To share some of my personal experience, I struggled with unknown health issues throughout my high school years. It wasn't until the end of my junior year that I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. I finally had a pathway to feeling better, and I was thankful that my friends and high school community were there to help me navigate through it. From there, I thrived as student body president and color guard captain, where I was presented with many opportunities that not only challenged me, but continued to push me further. Now, usually, graduation speeches talk a lot about new chapters in the future, and sure, that's important, but I don't want to skip past the part we're in right now, the middle. Because here's the thing, most of life is actually in the middle, not the shiny beginning or the dramatic finale, but the in-between, the awkward, ordinary, and chaotic days where you're just trying to figure it out. And guess what? That's where all the good stuff happens, where you're just growth, connection, discovery, none of that waits for you to feel ready. This isn't a race to be the most impressive version of yourself as fast as possible. It's about being the realest version, the one who keeps showing up, keeps asking questions, and keeps laughing, even when things are a mess. As your student body president, I've had the privilege of seeing the remarkable talents and passions that exist within our class. From the athletes to the artists, from the leaders to the quiet innovators, we each bring something new to the table. It's this diversity of thought and spirit that has made our class so extraordinary. So congrats, class, not just for finishing something, but for becoming something. Here's to all the middles ahead of us. I think we're going to be just fine. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining us today for this momentous occasion as we step into a new chapter in our lives. My name is Jackson Riley, and I've had the pleasure of being the senior class president this past school year. First off, I want to go ahead and address the elephant in the room. I know most people who know me are wondering if this cap fits my big head. The answer to that is definitely not. This thing's hanging on by a thread. It's crazy how fast the last 4 years have flown by. It feels like just yesterday we were brand new to the school, being the tiny freshmen who thought we were the top dogs. The school seemed huge, and we would always get lost traveling to our next class. We thought it wasn't that big of a deal being tardy, and if we turned in our work late, it was all good. Now looking back at it, I wish I could have given freshman year Jackson a heads up that you aren't top dog of the school, you're starting at the bottom of the totem pole, and the school is really just a bunch of hallways, then it's not that hard to find classes. I wish I'd given him a heads up that attendance really does count, and you do not want to have to meet with admin about your absences and tardies. The most important thing I would tell 9th grade Jackson, though, is teachers are definitely going to take points off for your work being late. I can very much attest to that. Let's just say I got a few B's for turning stuff in late. Besides learning those tough expectations, we've also been able to be a part of a lot of record-breaking moments these past 4 years. If you had never attended Robinson from 2021 to 2025, you would never get to say you were part of winning grand champion at marching band and winter garden competitions, qualifying for Vector Robotics World Championships multiple times, 4 straight conference titles in football, winning 3 conference titles in basketball, and most importantly, getting to win a state championship in basketball freshman year. The list could go on and on through all of our accomplishments, but we've also had to overcome many challenges, changes, and obstacles, like having to go through coronavirus and wearing masks our freshman year, coaching changes, new administrators, and new teachers. Not to mention what we have had to overcome individually. Like when I had to have surgery right before freshman year, which prohibited me to be able to play certain sports in high school. For me, my surgery actually turned out to be a blessing in disguise. It helped me find my true passion in sports management and get many roles at the school, whether it was football manager, basketball manager, and my personal favorite that I definitely didn't make up just to make Coach Helm mad, the student assistant athletic director. It's safe to say that I definitely kept myself busy during my 4 years here. My dad always told me, treat school like a job, and I definitely did that. Maybe I should have put a little more emphasis on the academic part of that, though. Now looking back, we are better today for what we had to persevere through. The last 4 years have been the greatest years I could have ever asked for. I got to make so many memories, meet so many amazing people, and learn so many valuable lessons that will stick with me the rest of my life. I want to give a big thank you to everybody who got me here to where I am today, from my friends and family, to all the coaches and teachers who always taught us valuable lessons, to the previous administration and the current one. Thank you for molding my classmates and I into the people we are today and making these past 4 years the best I could have ever asked for. To my fellow graduates, we made it to the finish line, and I can't wait to see what each and every one of us accomplishes in the future. Thank you, everybody, and God bless you all. And in the words of the great Mr. Douglas, once a bulldog, always a bulldog. Thank you.
May the road rise up to meet you.
May the wind be always at your back.
Till we meet again. Till we meet again. May the sunshine warm upon your face, and may you always be the
Good afternoon, everyone. Honored guests, faculty, friends, families, and most importantly, the class of 2025. I'm Caroline Pototnik, and although I'm not class president or valedictorian, I have the honor of speaking before you today. I found a quote that is easier to understand now more than ever. It's funny how day by day nothing changes, but when you look back, everything is different. About to head into a new life, our 13 years leading up to the now, seeing as we are at the end of an era and the start of something wonderful. But standing here right now, it's hard not to feel a little nostalgic, so I'm going to travel back in time. Freshman year, the start of high school, I found myself in an anxious puddle. And that was before I found out that if I kept my chin high, the right people would come, and it didn't take long for me to call Robinson my home. Before that was middle school. In 6th grade, right at the kickoff, I was discovering people and passions I still care about to this day. Of course, I was scared, but persisted. It took time to realize that everyone was just as nervous as I was, but we hit it pretty well. Then to the beginning. In 2013, at 5 years old, I was in kindergarten. We all were. Dreaming of becoming a singer, an NFL player, or even a doctor. Once a silly dream, now in the palm of our hands. A dream to reality. I will admit, in some ways, we are still in kindergarten. We are still that little kid stepping into something new, something scary. I look back and see we started head on. And at 5 years old, we didn't know what was ahead of us, but we knew that it was great. So when you start something new or grand, find that little 5-year-old self and make your first steps by being curious, open-minded, fearless, authentic, and confident when you knew your worth and you gave it your all. Studies from the University of Washington show that at 5 years old, children are developing a strong sense of self, often characterized by increased independence, asserting preferences, and expressing emotions more confidently while still learning to manage them. That little kid took you so far, so why stop now? Nothing is out of reach if you stretch past your comfort zone and make your first steps. Everybody has to start somewhere, so you start now. Challenge yourself every day, because if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. We all face a challenge and it leaves us stumped. Failure is natural, but giving up is not. When I was younger, I came to an epiphany. Being embarrassed is just a mindset. If you try and fail, the people that judge have never tried, and the people that respect your effort are the people worth keeping around. I have my family to thank for teaching me that. Using your newfound knowledge from school, especially our last 4 years, you can build your future self if you never stop learning. So as I close out, always remember, find your 5-year-old self, leave your comfort zone, take your first steps, and have faith in yourself that you will be the person that you created for success. Thank you.
Good afternoon, class of 2025, proud families, and team faculty. My name is Mary Jane, and I wanted to start off by saying that I'm dearly appreciative to be given the opportunity to speak on behalf of the class of 2025. Oh, sorry. Thank you to everyone who made today possible, as we would not be here today if it wasn't for all of our amazing teachers and families present. I also wanted to thank our amazing staff, custodians, and lunch ladies for keeping our school clean and our stomachs fed throughout these 13 years, regardless of how chaotic it has been. But most importantly, I'm extremely grateful to be part of the J.M. Robinson class of 2025. As we stand here today, I want us to reflect on this long journey of 13 years of learning, making new friends, and making plenty of unforgettable memories in the hallways, knowing our heat hall pass was passing 10 minutes, and that our teachers would ask us if we got lost, and we'd say yes. It's so easy to forget about our past because of how fast life is moving, but think back to who you were and where you were freshman year and how much you've grown and changed for the better. We're all grown-ups now, and obviously some of us have grown more than others. Like literally, I've been 5'1" since 8th grade, but when I first wrote this speech, I wrote that I was 6'5" just to make it better. Whether you're short or tall, we've all been through many obstacles and challenges throughout our childhoods that shaped us into the person we are today. But today, we're on the brink of a new chapter in our lives. But I find it so difficult to be able to wrap up these 13 years we have all spent together in just a short speech. But there's one piece of advice that I hope stays with you all forever, and that is, you should always appreciate the fact that you woke up today. You are breathing and living on this beautiful earth that God created. There's people who had plans today or big goals for their future, and they were unable to fulfill those goals. Be grateful for the life that you are living today. We take so many things for granted and don't cherish the things we have in the present, like our parents, our loved ones, and even those who aren't here with us today. We have to learn to be grateful for every opportunity given or worked hard for. We find ourselves stressing too much about the future, and yet all of us want to be successful. We need to take life one day at a time. We cannot be stressing about things that haven't even happened or have not gotten in our way. Everything takes time, so be patient and just be in the moment. I would like to give my parents a thank you, even though I can't see them from here, but I know they're somewhere around there. I want to thank them because of them, they made every goal possible for me, and that their sacrifices have brought me here today. Quiero darle las gracias a mis padres por su sacrificio y amor incondicional. Dejaron todo atrás para darme una vida llena de oportunidades que ellos no tenían, y por eso les estaré eternamente agradecida. No solo mis papás hicieron la lucha de tenernos hoy aquí, sino todas las familias que están presentes hoy. Cada esfuerzo que hicieron, cada lucha que enfrentaron, me han llevado hasta aquí. Este logro no solo es mío, sino también de ustedes. Mami y papi, los amo con todo mi corazón. And to my brother, who has been my biggest supporter, role model, and friend, I am more than happy to be able to call you my brother. Throughout every challenge and success, he has been there reminding me that I'm capable of way much more than I think I'm capable of. I couldn't have done this without him or his yelling, especially when he was mad that I'm not holding or pointing the flashlight right, or even when his 10-minute car tutorial turned into a 2-day tutorial. But in all jokes aside, I'm lucky to have him by my side, just exactly how I'm lucky I am to have grown up with all of you guys here. Anywho, before I continue crying, I want to say how proud I am of all of my fellow graduates for reaching this milestone. As we step into this next chapter, let's celebrate how far we've come and get excited for what's ahead. This future is ours to shape, and I know we're all going to do amazing things in this world. In the words de los hermanos Espinosa, este mundo todo se puede lograr, Dios por delante porque Él nos va a guiar. And don't forget that you're not alone, because fighting for something bigger than yourself brings purpose, significance, and meaning. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you. You all did such a wonderful job. Good afternoon, students, families, faculty, staff, and honored guests. My name is Erin Milam, and I am the proud principal of J.M. Robinson High School. I am honored to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the graduating class of 2025. This afternoon, we celebrate not just your academic achievements, but the journey that you have taken to get here. The early mornings, the long nights, the friendships made, and the memories that will last a lifetime. Graduates, I want to remind you of a memory, our senior sunrise. Many of you gathered together watching the sun come up on your final year of high school. There was excitement, laughter, some yawns, but mostly there was a sense of hope and possibility. That morning symbolized the beginning of something meaningful. And just a few days ago, many of you once again gathered together for the senior sunset. This was a time to look back on the year, and many of you were struck by how quickly it all went. The days might have seemed long, but the year was short. It was a reminder that the sunset is not the end, but instead, every chapter that we close leaves space for something new to begin. And so today, I offer you a simple, powerful challenge. Carpe diem, seize the day. This is personal to me, as it is something that my father still says to me every time we speak. The phrase isn't just a quote for a yearbook. It's a mindset. It's a call to live intentionally, take chances, be present, and find meaning in each and every moment, no matter how large or small it may be. You are stepping into a world that needs your energy, your compassion, and your ideas. Whatever you choose to do next, whether it's heading to college, into the workforce, the military, or taking some time to discover your path, it matters. And the way you choose to live each day matters even more. To our faculty and staff, thank you for your guidance, your mentorship, and your belief in each and every student here. And to the families, your encouragement, sacrifice, and love are the foundation behind every graduate who walks across this stage. Class of 2025, your story is just beginning. Wherever life leads you, remember this: the sun will rise and set again and again, but what you do in between is what defines you. So be bold, be kind, be courteous, be curious, and above all, seize the day. Dr. Kopicki, Cabarrus County School Board members, and special guests, it is my pleasure to present the following candidates for graduation at J.M. Robinson High School.
It's Mary Jean.
Mary Jane Olmedo Vasquez. Caroline Francis Potoknik. Jackson Gray Riley. Carly Noel Walco. Karen Natalia Acosta Mora. Luis Angel Aguilar del Abra. Ashley Yosari Aguilar Yoseda. Ayana Renee Airline Sewell. Gasim Alayev. Narada George Austin. William Iverson Avila Cisneros. Gracie Maria Ayala Valera. Kayla Nicole Bailey. Keela Danielle Bailey. Jacob Edward Barbie. Deshaun Dwayne Barkley. Efren Barragan Mesa. Alejandro Gabriel Barreros. Shajarian Deshaun Barrett. Jalen Michael Barino. Riddy Barua. Cadence Alyssa Bass. Ella Love Batson. Jaden Alexander Battle. Isaiah Antoine Lee Bell. John Conley Bellis. Elizabeth Joyce Bernard, Natalie Marie Bernard, Mary Lucille Bettler, John Corey Bissonette, Tyler Christian Blackburn, Valentine Blackman Creamer, Jaden Nathaniel Laquan Blair, Michael Isaiah Blanton, Jeremiah Monet Bodrick, Makai Lee Bond, Nevaeh Janet Bookard, Michael Allen Boucher Jr., Madison Jacqueline Bramer, Manjo Brar, Kellen Simone Brooks, Tristan Tyler Brown, Ella Ray Buchanan, Jaden Joshua Bucky, Charlotte Evan Berger, Xavier Lamont Burnett, Elijah France Buteau, Victoria Isabella Escobar, Tiana Michelle Caldwell, Nicholas Connor Callahan Jewell, Michael Tyler Camachi, Justin Camacho Arellanes, Paxton Timothy Carter, Ashley Casanova Marcial, Layla Ann Casavant, Maya Joy Caver, Destiny Mariah Chambers, Xiomara Chapman, Leah Ignacia Chela Abarca, Jaden Alexander Cherry, Gianella Marie Cheroboga, IJ Kamani Christopher, Troy Paul Coates, Jonathan Lucas Cook, Wendy Elizabeth Craig, Alexandria Lee Cryfield, Alexis Jean Cryfield, Timothy Carter Crosby, Monica Abigail Cruz, Benjamin Oliver Darnell, Elijah Richard Day, Rachel Michelle Diaz Concepcion, Bruce Tyke Lawan Dixon, Hannah Doe, Shayla Hun, Estella Ann Dorton, Michaela Shea Duffy, Anna Abigail Duran Rodriguez, Anaya Christine Eberhard Jones, Jermaine Naqua Edwards Jr., Chantel Nicole Nyletta Ellis, Emily Chen S. Emmis, Connor Maxwell Ernst, Jameson Timothy Etherton, Sophia Maritzel Felix Balbuena, Dalton Chase Ferreri, Olivia Janae Florent, Mariah Neve Forney, Roberto Franco Rodriguez, David Nathaniel Frazier, Connor Thomas Gale, Max Emiliano Garcia, San Juana Garcia Almanza, Tiana Briesia Goss, Alexis Chavez Gibbs, Krista Amaya Gilchrist, Jude Austin Goins, Nicole Granada, Alicia Abina Renee Granger, Ariel Janae Green, Maria Victoria Green, Caden Richard Donald Green, Jordan Sierra Griffin, Ethan James Griezek, Shayliani Guerrero, Johan Manuel Guerrero, Dewan Lee Hall Butler, Emma Catherine Halling, Carly Ann Hartman, Ali Ahmed Hassan, Peyton Alexander Hawes, Amira Sky Hayes, James Earl Henry, Loami Hernandez Cuevas, Aaliyah Denise Hill, Amelia Grace Hodgson, Bryson Scott Honeycutt, Kamori Anaya Hood, Deborah Hutanji, Ford Harris Houston, Jamaica Daniel Howard, Miles Connor Hudson, Mary Ellen Hudspeth, Jamarcus Kyrie Hunter, Keith Thomas Hunn, Austin Keegan Irving, Justice Jasmine Jackson, Merlianne Eilish Jacobs, Jakai Anthony Jaycox, Daniela Nicole Jenkins, Olivia Brianna Johnson, Bryce Reginald Johnson, Isaiah Peyton Johnson, Noah Jaden Johnson, Anaya Simone Jones, Jennifer Lamia Jones, Naziah Lynn Jones, Christopher Isaac Joel, Adam Kabur, Sienna Michelle Killebrew, Paige Alexandria LeBou, Michael Joseph Kilsey, Kyle King, Tyler Paul Klutz, DeAndre Antares Nifley Ivory, Michaela Shantae Nolan, Annie Mae Kuykendall, Joshua Jordan Laurent, Marin Grace Leatherman, Tajay Sherelle Lee, Tyasia Shanice Lee, Amara Jade Leslie, Valerie Marin Linden Herrera, Caitlin Ray Linker, Charlotte Ann Linney, Ariel Noel Loftus, Christopher Allen Mason, Rebecca Eunice Lopez, Claire Marguerite Loveless, Ivan Manjares Reyes, Malik Deshaun Manning, Trinity Marie Martin, Anaeli Martinez Herrera, Aaron Delaquan McCain, Trenton Joe McEvers, Chelsea Dean McLeod, Andrew Clayton McVeigh, Connor Lee Meadows, Kareem Medina de Jesus, Mark Medina Gonzalez, Brian Antonio Mendoza, Olivia Michelle Merchant, Nikayla Sanaya Mininal, Truett Sloan Miranda, Aiden Marshall Morrison, Dana Adele Moyaga, Antonio Justo Muniz, William Cooper Murray, Esteban Navarro Hernandez, Briasia Janae Neal, Audrey Samara Neathery, Cardin Huan Duan Wen, John Aiden O'Leary, Joswira Ocampo, Adriana Olivares, Mason Palo, Ashutosh Panchal, Samuel Joseph Payon, Maurice Eugene Parks Jr., Addison Emily Pashik, Amari Zane Patrick, Jacob Michael Payton, Lamia Shayana Piggies, Eric Peleis Balon, Benjamin Irineo Perez Nava, Kenneth Nami Pierre, Zanaya Alexis Prescott, Axel Rama, Malachi Ray Ramirez Jones, Yuridia Ramos Cosme, Madison Lachey Rankin, Jaden Judea Reed, Jarrell Khalid Reed, Trinity Reyes, Paige Anquilise Rody, Anaya Marie Richardson. Xavier Johnny Rivera. Carlos Andre Rivera Arroyo. Charlene Rivera Celestino. Alejandro Josue Rivera Suazo. Heikyu Rama. Zaria Jemiah Roberts. Ashton Lee Robinson. Jacqueline Kelly Rodriguez Gomez. Christopher Smith Rodriguez Trejo. Uriel Rojas Lorenzo. Jamarion Marquel Ross. Brian Dante Rowe Jr. Shariah Tiani Rucker. Carlos Manuel Ruiz Cardona. Danielle Monet Sab. William Eusebio Salazar Jr. Penelope Annalise Sanchez Andrade. Edwin Isad Sanchez Romero. Nathan Gabriel Santelices. Maybet Roslyn Santos Clavel. Yesenia Santos Garcia. Juan Felipe Sapoy Mojica. Jaden Michael Ciartino. Braylon Matthew Scott. Elijah Scott. Asia Maya Seaton. Juan Jose Cerrato Restrepo. Flo Deliza Severino Lopez. Matthew Richard Seymour. Kylie Marie Shields Bramlett. Addison Josephine Shu. Connor Orion Silva. Isabella Catherine Scalaris. Brianna Elizabeth Sassaman. Tyler John Stickney. Peyton Ruth Stout. Brianna Lynn Strickland. Scott Philip Samansky. Logan James Cieslow. Dominic Brian Testa. Ricardo De Jesus Torres Jr. Wendely Ahime Torres Cerrato. Braden Lee Trueblood. Elijah Michael Tucker. Anthony Valencia Herrera. Cameron Nicholas Valentine. Christopher Jared Vasquez Flores. Andrew Dominic Velasquez Izquierdo. Jacqueline Victoria Esteban. Braden Yamil Mojica Ramos. Callista Leanne Watkins. Grace Ugochi Uche. Sheldon Josiah Watkins. Naquan Jamar White Jr. Nicholas Tyrone White. Cooper Allen Wilder. Amaya Danielle Williams. Dariah Lene Williams. Ciasia Lynn Winfield. Maya Kennedy Woods. Amari Montrell Wright. Ava Serena Wright. Cole McCoy Wright. Destiny Amia Michelle Young. Jaden Anton Young. And Carla Montserrat Zendate. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Will the graduates please stand? As principal, of J.M. Robinson High School, in the presence of these witnesses and by the power vested in me by the State of North Carolina and Cabarrus County Board of Education, I now pronounce you graduates of J.M. Robinson High School. You may place your tassel on the left side of your cap. Congratulations.